Hey, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and today I'm going to teach you how to finish just like Isaiah Thomas. All right, so Isaiah Thomas is having an absolute phenomenal year, and at his shorter height, it's really impressive that he's able to finish so well once he gets into the paint. Now, it all kind of starts when he's attacking from the perimeter. Now, this is where it all kind of begins, is Isaiah's got a great handle, right? He can beat guys, he's got that cross-step move that he does, he's got a bunch of great stuff. But the key is once he gets in that paint, he's got a nice finish package, which allows him to finish with different types of finishes depending on how the defense plays him. So the first one I want to talk about is the body finish, where he's using his body to absorb the contact, get the ball up off the glass for the easy finish. So it all starts at the top of the key. He hits his move, whatever it is. As he comes into the paint, he's reading where this help side defender is going to be. Now, most of the time he's bodying the help side defender, but sometimes he's going to body his man if he's still on his hip. But as he comes in, he's trying to generate that contact early rather than later. What you see a lot of times is players will drive in and they'll try to create that contact underneath of the hoop, and by then they're too deep, right? The defender's hands are over the top of them, makes for a really tough finish angle. But if you watch Isaiah, he's really good at trying to create that contact outside early, many times above this outside block. And what that does is as he leans his shoulder in, he's getting them off balance first. It knocks them back a little bit, and it makes it so they mistime their jump. Now, a big part of this is Isaiah's actually really physically strong, right? So as he goes in there, he's not weak. He can throw the body into the defender, get him with the shoulder as he's going up, and then bounce off of them for the finish. Now, one key that's really important to think about here is to keep the ball protected away from the defender. Because as I come in, if I've got the ball and I rock it to my inside hip, right here as I'm getting ready to jump and get my contact, what happens a lot of the times is this is where you get stripped, this is where they get a hand on it, this is what makes it harder to finish. So what you notice is Isaiah will put the ball on the outside of his body or the outside of his shoulder. That way his opposite shoulder can absorb the contact, this hand can drop off if it needs to, and he can still finish with a little scoop shot, off the glass, floater, whatever it is, right? So the key with the body finish is, number one, you want to get that contact early. So as you come in, boom, try to get that contact above the block if you can. And the second thing is you want to keep that ball away from your body, right? Or on the opposite side of the defender. If I'm getting my contact on this side and I'm leaning in, I want the ball away. That way they can't get a piece of it. And a lot of times you get a great opportunity for an and one, something that Isaiah Thomas is really good at. So think about those keys. If you can do that, you're going to body contact finish just like Isaiah. All right, so the next finish in the finish package is the high scoop finish. Now, I love this finish, especially for smaller or less athletic guards, because it allows you to use your body to protect the ball from the defender and get it up high on the glass over the shot blocker. So this is a perfect move and something that Isaiah Thomas uses a ton when he beats his man just a little bit, so they're still on his hip, and he's still got to get the ball over the help side defender. Most of the time it's a big man who's coming to try to block his shot, right? So it all starts when you're on the perimeter and you're getting ready to attack either off of the catch or off the dribble, and you're driving in. Now from here, a lot of times what athletes do is when they're going to finish, they try to get all the way in and they get in too deep where their foot's maybe by the block or even in closer. But the issue with this is you've already met the help side defender and you don't have that much room to get your shot up. So with a scoop finish, we're looking to start our finish from further out. So as you come in, I'm looking to take off from maybe the second block, or if you're athletic, you can even take off from further out just like this. And the idea is that instead of going up with our layup, we're going out with our layup. So I'm scooping the ball out away from my body, and what that ends up happening is as I come in, if I'm scooping the ball up this direction away, that means that it's away from the man on my hip, right? Imagine if, let's say I'm on the perimeter here, and I'm driving, and I got a guy right here on my hip that I've just beaten, he's sliding with me. If I bring the ball right here, he can still come over the top and try to get to it and challenge it, right? But if I extend it out, if he's on my back hip, no, even if he gets a full arm out there, he can't swat at it, he can't get a piece of it, right? So that's why the extension away from the body is important. We're getting away from the defender on the hip. Now the next thing we want to think about is getting it high up on the glass, right? Because if I come in and I extend it from my body and I shoot a really low shot that's down by the rim, right? If I'm just hitting the very kind of bottom corner of the square, that makes it easy for the big side help to come over and get that block shot. Now what you'll notice is Isaiah is phenomenal at, as he gets in, he's going to take up from a little further out, he's going to extend it, and he's going to put that ball just really high, boom, up off the glass. That way it gets that nice soft touch, right? So again, if you watch the best finishers, guys like Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, Stephen Curry, they're always finishing really high up on the glass, higher than that square even, because that gets it over the help side defender, gets that really nice soft touch coming off. So for this, all you want to work on is key number one, jumping from further out than you normally would with the layup. Number 2, extending the ball away from your body. And number 3, getting it high up on that glass. That way when the help side man comes, they can't get a piece of it and swat your stuff out of bounds. You do those 3 things, you're gonna be able to finish just like IT. All right, next up, we've got the 2-foot power finish. Now, Isaiah Thomas is actually really strong at finishing in the key, even though he's a little bit undersized. And so the 2-foot power finish is a great tool you can have in your finish package to be able to finish over taller, bigger, stronger bigs once you get into the key. Now, I also really like the 2-foot finish because it allows you to make reads, and so you don't necessarily have to shoot the finish if you don't have it. So just like everything, it's gonna start on some sort of attack, dribble, drive, whatever it is. I'm beating my man with a combo, and then as I get into the paint, I'm trying to use a jump stop to get into my defender. So if I got a defender right on my hip, I'm gonna use a 2-foot power jump stop to try to bump him off of his course just a little bit. So a lot of times what you'll see IT do is as he drives, there's somebody right on his hip, and he's using a jump stop to bump them, and then that way they're sliding out of position just a little bit. Now what's great about this is as you jump and you try to get those 2 feet in the paint and you're sitting low in a chair, it allows you to read it, right? You can go high up on the glass, you can finish with a floater, or if they've doubled or collapsed, you might have swing options, kick options, you got a bunch of different stuff you can work with. So the whole key is you just want to get low, 2 feet, heels off the ground so you're staying springy, and then from here you're just going to make a read, right? You want to read that defender and see what they give you. All right, so if this video helped you out, feel free to hit that like button and then head to the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything out for request, so leave it down below and hopefully I'll get to it. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, you're going to want to do 2 things. Number 1, hit that subscription button because we put out videos every week and they're all going to get you better, I guarantee it. The second thing you're going to want to do is click the button down here. You're going to get a free copy of my #1 NBA shooting workout. This shooting workout is going to change the way you think about training your jumper, and it's probably going to help increase your shooting percentage the very first time you use it. So I highly recommend you check that out. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash.